A customer came to me last spring looking at two Cadillac XT5s parked at the same dealership. Same color, similar mileage. The 2021 was newer, lower miles, cleaner interior, better screen. He almost walked out with it. Then he called me. I told him to look at the 2018 sitting 3 spaces down. He thought I was wrong. He bought the 2018. 6 months later, he told me it was the best car purchase he had made in 20 years. Every week, somebody asks me which XT5 to buy. My answer almost always surprises them, because I don't tell them which year to buy. I tell them which engine to buy. Once you understand why, the decision becomes very simple. Most buyers assume the newest XT5 is automatically the smartest XT5. That's not the conclusion I came to. By the end of this video, it probably won't be yours either. You're not buying leather seats. You're not buying a panoramic roof. You're buying the next 10 years of ownership. Let me show you what that looks like on a Cadillac XT5. Why the newer XT5 looks like the obvious choice. When General Motors refreshed the XT5 for 2020, they added a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder as the new base engine. From the outside, this looked like progress, newer technology, a more modern powertrain, a lower entry price on certain trims. The 2020 and newer XT5 also brought an updated interior, a larger touchscreen, and a fresher overall package. Most buyers shopping for a used XT5 today gravitate toward 2020 and newer for exactly those reasons. The car looks more current. The turbo engine sounds more advanced. On paper, newer seems better. I understand the logic completely, but newer does not automatically mean better. Not when you're talking about 10 years of ownership costs. Here's where the ownership math actually changes. Every XT5 built from 2017 through 2019 came with one engine, the naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6. No turbos, no intercoolers, no boost pressure cycling through hoses and connections that age over time. 310 horsepower from an engine architecture that mechanics across the country have been servicing for years. The 2-liter turbocharged engine that became the base option in 2020 requires premium gasoline. The naturally aspirated 3.6 runs on regular. Over 100,000 miles, that difference in fuel cost is meaningful money that most buyers never factor into the purchase decision. Turbocharged engines carry more components than naturally aspirated engines. The intercooler, the turbo itself, the charge pipes, the additional hoses and connections. Each of those components is engineered to high standards. But each of those components is also something that can eventually require attention. A naturally aspirated engine has none of them. Turbos generate heat. Sustained heat over high mileage changes the maintenance equation in ways that don't show up on a test drive. Oil quality matters more on a turbocharged engine, because the turbo bearings run at temperatures the rest of the engine never sees. An owner who stretches the oil change intervals on a naturally aspirated 3.6 is making a mistake. An owner who does the same on a turbocharged engine is making a significantly more expensive mistake. None of this means the 2-liter turbo is a bad engine. For many owners, it will perform well for many years. But the naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 is a simpler engine, and simpler engines are more forgiving of real-world ownership. That forgiveness is worth more than it looks on a spec sheet. The question most buyers spend zero time asking. Most buyers spend an hour at the dealership choosing between trim levels. They compare the sunroof options and the seat packages and the technology features. Almost nobody spends 5 minutes asking when the transmission fluid was last changed. One of those decisions will cost them significantly more money over time than the other. The XT5 with the 8-speed automatic needs transmission fluid service at 45,000 miles. The fluid specification on these transmissions is exact. A service done with the wrong fluid, or a service that was simply never done, shows up later as shift quality problems that most owners attribute to the transmission failing. In many cases, the transmission was not failing. It was running on fluid that had long since stopped doing its job. Before you make any offer on any XT5, ask one question. When was the transmission fluid last serviced? If the answer is never or I'm not sure, factor that service into your offer and have it done before you put serious miles on the car. Which engine is right depends on which buyer you are. If you trade your car every 3 to 4 years, the 2-liter turbo in a newer XT5 makes sense. You get updated technology and a fresher package, and you won't own it long enough for the ownership cost differences to accumulate in a meaningful way. If you drive carefully, service your car on schedule at the dealership, and treat your vehicles well regardless of what's under the hood, either engine will serve you. The turbo doesn't cause problems for owners who maintain it properly. If you're buying an XT5 to keep until 200,000 miles, if you want the lowest maintenance cost over the life of the vehicle, if you want a drivetrain that any competent, independent mechanic can service without specialty equipment, and if you want an engine whose long-term ownership story is already written by the owners who've been driving these cars for years, then the naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 is what I would have in my driveway. Which years to target and which to approach carefully. Not every year of the XT5 3.6 tells the same ownership story. The 2017 was the first year of the model. Consumer Reports owner surveys and documented complaints from that period show a thermostat failure pattern that created cascading problems with engine cooling and electrical systems. Some owners describe repair bills over $1,000 for thermostat replacement on cars that had barely passed warranty. The 2017 is not a car to avoid entirely, but it is the year that warrants the most careful inspection before buying. The 2018 XT5 rates as average reliability in Consumer Reports owner surveys. That's a meaningfully different profile from the 2017. If I had to choose 1 year of the pre-2020 XT5 with the least uncertainty, a well-documented 2018 is where I would start. The 2019 rated below average in Consumer Reports reliability data for that model year. A clean 2019 with strong service history is still a reasonable buy, but I would want more documentation before purchasing a 2019 than I would require for a 2018. For buyers with a larger budget, who want the updated interior and technology of the 2020 refresh, but still want the naturally aspirated V6, the answer is the Sport trim. The 2020 and 2021 XT5 Sport came with the 3.6 V6 as standard equipment. The luxury and premium luxury trims in those years came standard with the turbo 4-cylinder. Verify the engine before you make any offer. Don't assume based on trim level alone. I put together a free Cadillac buyer red flag checklist with every inspection item I use before recommending a used Cadillac. It includes the transmission checks, recall lookups, cold start inspection, and the questions that can save you thousands before you buy. Print it out and take it with you when you look at an XT5. It's free, and it's the first link in the description. 3 things to verify before you buy any XT5. First, ask for the transmission service record specifically, not the general service history, the transmission service record. If it doesn't exist or was never done, use that in your negotiation and have the service completed before you put significant miles on the car. Second, do a cold start. The engine should start cleanly and should settle to smooth idle quickly. Any tick or rattle that doesn't clear within 30 seconds warrants investigation before you proceed. A healthy 3.6 starts without drama and idles without noise. Third, run the VIN through the NHTSA database before you hand over any money. Confirm all open recalls are closed. On the 2017 model specifically, there were recalls related to brake system concerns on certain production runs. A closed recall is not a problem. An open recall is a conversation to have before you sign anything. Here's the XT5 I would actually spend my own money on. Under $20,000, a 2018 XT5 with the 3.6-liter V6, documented transmission service history, and a clean cold start. average reliability profile by Consumer Reports data, proven engine. Enough depreciation that the purchase makes financial sense. A 2018 XT5 in good condition is typically $15,000 to $19,000, depending on mileage and trim. That's a $47,000 car at a fraction of its original price, with an engine that has already demonstrated what it's capable of at high mileage. $20,000 to $28,000? A 2020 or 2021 XT5 Sport with the V6. Updated interior, current technology, and the same naturally aspirated 3.6 that makes the earlier cars appealing. The Sport trim removes the guesswork about which engine is under the hood. Verify the engine specifically before you buy. Do not assume based on trim. In both cases, documented transmission service, NHTSA VIN check, cold start before any money changes hands. A clean XT5 with the right engine and the right service history is one of the more straightforward purchases in the used luxury crossover market right now. The 2020 and newer XT5 is a more current car. Better screen, fresher design. The turbocharged base engine will serve many owners well, but when someone asks me which XT5 I would spend my own money on, the answer is the naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6 with documented service history. Newer does not automatically mean better. Not when you're talking about what you will be paying to own this car in year 7, or year 8, or year 10. The best XT5 is not the newest one. It's the one you'll still be happy to own 10 years from now. Which of these surprised you most? Drop it in the comments. And if you are looking at a specific XT5 right now, tell me the year, the mileage, and which engine it has. I'll tell you exactly what to check before you sign anything. Subscribe for more real-world Cadillac buying advice every week.